Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our cherished Sunday Dharma service. I am Yawan. The wonderful celebration we shared last week was a result of heartfelt contributions and dedication from all who participated. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you. So in today's Dharma service, we'll embrace yoga, seated meditation, chanting practice, and have Reverend Yu's Dharma talk, and then we will have a Dharma conversation. We'll begin today's practice by yoga led by Karen.
Good morning, everyone. May I please ask you to rise if it feels comfortable for you to stand. If you prefer to stay in a chair, by all means. You might want to remove your socks. Obviously, it's not a requirement, but it will be a little less slippery if you do. This will just be a few minutes of movement. So let's please begin with our hands together in front of the heart center, the feet about hip distance apart, and we'll just softly bend the knees and loosen up the body a little bit. We'll take a nice big inhale first, rooting to rise. So drop down a little bit and then inhale all the way up. Big tall inhale, reaching up for the sky, and then glide the hands down the center line again. We'll do that 2 more times, dropping down on the inhale and continuing to inhale as you reach up. Lengthening the side body, exhale, slide the arms down. And then one last time, dropping down, reaching up. And then exhale, glide the hands down the center line. So relax the hands alongside the body, step the right foot forward and the left foot back a little bit. We'll go ahead and bring the fingertips to the top of the thigh. With a straight back, we're going to hinge forward here at the hip crease, right? Not at the waist, with a straight back. Inhale first, lengthen, relax. Exhale, begin to walk the fingertips down the leg. Draw the belly in. Draw that left hip, or right hip rather, slightly back. And don't worry about how far you go. You just want to feel a nice gentle stretch behind that leg. Looking down at the floor, relaxing the arms. Plug that right big toe into the earth as you begin to roll back up again. And then opposite side. Step the left foot forward, right foot back. Again, nice straight spine. Hands just above the top of the thigh. Straight back, plugging that left big toe into the earth and beginning to walk the fingers down the legs, softness behind your knees, noticing the difference from one side to the other. Again, not wondering or not worrying about how far you might go. You just want to feel a nice sensation behind that leg. And then walking back up again, stepping the feet a little bit wider. Toes are pointing straight ahead of you. We're going to drop into the left hip, bending that knee, and just dropping down as low as you can comfortably. You should be feeling a nice stretch on the inside of that thigh. Take an inhale and an exhale here. Coming back up again, switching sides. Dropping into the right knee. Feeling sensation under the left thigh, I hope. Coming back up again. Coming into your cactus arms, goddess feet. So heels in, toes out. We're going to go ahead and open the knees and draw the knees back as much as you possibly can. And then squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Imagine you're holding a pencil there between the shoulder blades. So drop down a little bit more, squeeze into the glutes. Don't hold your breath. Usually when things get stressful, we start to hold our breath. So breathe in, breathe out, coming back up again. Relax the arms, relax the feet, step the feet hip distance apart. Hands in front of the heart center again. Dropping down, inhale, reach all the way up. This time we're going to step the right foot out to the side with the toes, with the heel of the front foot. And then we'll bring the hands out, shoulder level, palms facing down, and bend into that front knee. Look down and make sure you can see your big toe. So that means you have to direct that knee a little bit back. Make sure your knee is directly above the ankle. And then drop the back hand to the back leg. Turn the front palm up. Reach up and over towards the windows. Beautiful. Stretching out the side body. Woohoo! Coming forward, elbow to knee. And the back hand comes alongside the ear, reaching the other way. Lovely. And inhale yourself back up again. Relax, turn the feet forward. Big breath in. And big breath out. Other side. Left toes out. Right heel drops back a little bit. Bend the left knee. Make sure you can see that little toe, or big toe rather. Inhale, arms up, shoulder level, palms facing down. Look over the front hand. Take a big breath. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and drop the back hand to the back leg. Turn the front palm up. Reach up and towards the side of the room. Opening up the left side of the body. Now coming forward again, back into your warrior, peaceful warrior, elbow to knee. Back hand comes back up and reaches towards the windows. Side opener. Woohoo! Big inhale up, back to your warrior. And let's come back into our cactus pose, cactus arms, goddess legs. Squatting down, maybe you can go a little bit further, maybe not. Everyone's different. Every movement's different. Inhale up. Step back again. Hands together, feet hip distance apart. Folding over the legs, soft knees. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, we're going to fold over the legs. Big, nice bend in your knees. Let yourself go loosey-goosey completely. Just release the arms, release the weight of the head. Maybe go ahead and nod your head. Yes, yes, yes. Shake your head. No, no, no. And then with a big inhale, lift yourself all the way up. Engage your abdominal muscles. Reach all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. And then glide the hands down the center line. Beautiful. Namaste. Please remain standing for bows. Thank you.
We'll proceed with the prostration practice, bowing 4 times. Behold the circular image before you, symbolizing the ultimate truth of neither arising nor ceasing, the principle of cause and effect. The image representing the Ilwon-sang is enshrined within our minds and all things in the universe. If we were to describe the content of Ilwon-sang, it can be referred to as the fourfold grace. So as a gesture of reverence, we offer our prostrations through 4 bows to the Dharmakaya Buddha fourfold grace. You have a choice of standing on the cushion. Please bring your palms together in a prayerful gesture. We bow to the grace of heaven and earth. Grace of parents.
grace of fellow beings, grace of laws. Please be seated.
Please adjust your body, either on a cushion or in a chair, for seated meditation. Now Peter will guide us to seated meditation.
The method of sitting meditation is simple and easy. Sit comfortably on the floor or in a chair. Breathe in, grab all your tension, and breathe it out. Open up your chest and heart, stretch up tall, and align your spine from your neck to your tailbone. Relax your shoulders and arms, then allow your hands to rest on your knees. Bring your attention to your breath. As you exhale, release all mental and physical tension. Invite your attention to abide in your chi energy field, which is called Danjin. This is located about 2 inches below your navel and is the power center for your breathing. Open your eyes and gaze downward over the end of your nose and to the floor. Keep your mouth closed and allow the tip of your tongue to rest gently against the roof of your mouth. When your mind is concentrated and calm, pure and clear saliva may gather in the mouth. You may swallow it. Relax your facial muscles and notice your gentle smile. If your face or body begins to itch, do not scratch. This is just a sign of the energy circulating in your body. Simply note the itching and let it pass. If your legs ache unbearably, you may change position very slowly and quietly so that you maintain a calm stillness and do not interrupt others. When thoughts arise in your mind, do not be discouraged or disturbed by them. Simply focus on your breathing without reacting to or playing with those thoughts. Recognize them as thoughts. They will disappear by themselves. And remember, keep bringing your awareness back to your Danjin breathing center. If you continue practicing meditation for a long period of time, you will rest in the realm of samadhi, deep meditation, in which the mind is calm, concentrated, perfectly focused, and at peace, with no distinction between self and others, time and place. We are grateful to sit quietly together, finding the still point within. May we be here now, aware of our ever calm and alert spirit.
Gently wiggle your body side to side. You can stretch your legs out and massage your knees. Now let us turn to page 4 of our chanting book as we prepare to chant the Ilwonsang Vow and Heart Sutra together. Ilwonsang Vow. Ilwon is the realm of samadhi beyond words and speech, the gateway of birth and death, transcending being and non-being, the origin of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings, and laws, the true nature of all Buddhas, enlightened masters, unenlightened people, and sentient beings. Ilwon manifest as both permanence and impermanence, viewed as permanence. Ilwon unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous, just as it is viewed as impermanence. Ilwon unfolds into infinite worlds through the cycle of formation, duration, decay, and extinction of the universe, and the birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings, according to how we use our minds and bodies. In the 4 forms of birth, we transform through the 6 realms of existence, progressing or regressing, with grace arising from harm or harm from grace. Therefore we unawakened beings vow to practice wholeheartedly, modeling ourselves after Ilwonsang, the Dharmakaya Buddha, by cultivating our minds and bodies deeply, knowing human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progressing rather than regressing, and receiving grace rather than harm, until we attain the great empowerment of Ilwon and become one with the nature of Ilwon. Heart Sutra. The Bodhisattva of great compassion, when deeply practicing Prajna Paramita, realized that all 5 aggregates are empty, thus became free from all suffering in distress. O Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness, emptiness does not differ from form, form is emptiness, emptiness is form. The same is true. Sensations, perceptions, impulses, consciousness, all Shariputra. All dharmas are empty, they do not appear or disappear, are not tainted or pure, do not increase or decrease in emptiness. No form, no sensations, no perception, no impulses, no consciousness, no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realm of fire, no tongue, body, or mind, consciousness, no ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, no old age and death, nor extinction of death, no suffering, no cause of suffering, no cessation of suffering, no path, no wisdom, no attainment, with nothing to attain. The Bodhisattva relies on Prajna Paramita, therefore the mind has no hindrance. Without any hindrance, no fears exist, free from delusion. One dwells in nirvana. All Buddhas of the past, present, and future rely on Prajna Paramita and attain supreme enlightenment. Therefore, know that Prajna Paramita is the great mantra, is the great enlightening mantra, is the unsurpassed and unequaled mantra, which is able to eliminate all suffering. This is true, not false, so proclaim the Prajna Paramita mantra, which says gone, gone, gone beyond, far beyond, now awakened. Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, Bodhisvaha. Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, Bodhisvaha. Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, Bodhisvaha. Let us listen to a Dharma talk from Reverend Yu. The title is Dedication, Motivating Force for Success. Please warmly welcome Reverend Yu with palms together.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me from the back? Okay. Everyone would like to live a happy and contented, free life, but our reality is not that satisfactory. So we'd like to change our life, change our destiny. But how can we change our life? Felicia, what can you start? Yeah. We need to change our mind, your habit, what you say, your lifestyle are all reflection of your mind. So think about if the root of the tree is not healthy, that tree cannot be healthy. That's why our founding master said, the study of any science has a limit to its use, but if you learn how to use your mind, this study, this practice can be utilized without a moment's interruption Therefore, mind practice becomes the basis for all other studies. So Buddhist practice is a mind practice. But specifically, what does that mean? You say mind practice is spiritual practice. What does that specifically imply? Mind practice is threefold practice. Making our mind calm and focused, spiritual cultivation, making our mind wise, cultivation of wisdom, making our mind right and courageous, choice in action. Threefold practice is mind practice. How can you carry out threefold practice very well? Conceptually, we all would like to perform mind practice very well. But sometimes it's not easy. There are lots of temptations. How can you carry out mind practice very successfully? The fourth item of essential dharmas of daily practice. John, would you read the essential dharmas of daily practice number 4, page probably 9? Yeah.
Let us replace disbelief, greed, laziness, and ignorance with belief, zeal, questioning, and dedication. In Won Buddhism, we call that 4 articles to develop. If we have, when our mind is full of these 4 articles to progress, we can carry out mind practice very well. I have a practice for a long time, but if you think, wow, I don't have much fruit, the progress is very slow, probably you may lacking in these 4 areas: faith, zeal, questioning mind, and the dedication. Today, I would like to focus on the dedication or sincerity. Dedication, sincerity is translated by this Chinese character, so. Do you know, this is composed of the 2 parts. The left side, do you know what it means? Word, speech. What is this left part? Accomplish, fulfill. If you carry out what you promised to yourself, that is dedication, sincerity, dedication. In the Chinese philosophy, especially in Confucianism, if there is just the most important concept or world, code of conduct, then they all say this one. Dedication is the most. I heard there is some academic institute who just studied this one. So, dedication. Our founding master said the most important Confucian scripture is the mean, Jungyong, the mean. It's written by the grandson of Confucius. He's the author of the mean. And it says, dedication is the way of the heavens. The heavens means a universal truth. The attainment of dedication is the path. This is what we humans need to do.
So, according to our principal book of One Buddhism, how our founding master defined dedication, dedication means an unremitting state of mind. Another translation, ceaselessness of the mind, which is the motivating force or motive power that will achieve the objective when we try to accomplish anything. It's a ceaseless state of mind. What is the most dedicated or ceaseless? Look at the nature. The change of the season, spring, summer, autumn, winter, they keep a promise. In the early spring, the grass turned green, always. Or think about the flow of water in the river. Or why don't you feel the pumping of your heart? It's a ceaseless state. So how can we, our founding master said, when we accomplish anything, anything can be our spiritual practice or building our career, improving our human relationship, etc. Anything can embrace all things. So we need a dedicated mind. So in order to enhance the dedicated mind, what is necessary first of all? Sai, may I ask what is your life goal? Okay, yeah. How about Gil? Your ultimate life goal? Okay. How about Peter? Your goal or destination should be very clear. If that goal is not clear, how can we dedicate our life, our energy to that? Our founding master asked his followers, what's your vow? What's your life goal? Very often. He said the same thing every year. And he said, write down your aspiration. That's why we chant Ilwan Sang vow at every service. We can become a successful minister or would like to become a good lawyer, it doesn't matter. Eventually, in order to lead a life of freedom and happiness, we have to be united with our true nature. That is the direction of our life. That is the Ilwan Sang vow. Have you ever heard of the Buddhist master Asanga? Asanga, Muchak, Sechin Muchak, the founder of Mind Only School, one of the greatest Buddhist masters in history. Asanga, which literally means, Muchak Asanga means no attachment. He practiced very hard and he attained awakening to a certain level. But he could not understand the essence of the Buddha's teaching. Everything is mind's creation. All these nature phenomena, material thing is illusion. He can grasp its meaning, but he could not see into that reality very deeply. So he retreated himself in some cave, and he decided his mind to practice wholeheartedly, devotedly for 3 years. And he would like to meet Maitreya Bodhisattva. Meeting Maitreya Bodhisattva means attain great enlightenment. Day in, day out, he devotes all his time and energy to attain great enlightenment and attain Maitreya Bodhisattva. But nothing happened. He was very much disappointed and felt sorry for himself. So he was about to leave the cave. All of a sudden, at the entrance of the cave, he looked it up and discovered the upper rock at the entrance of a cave was very smooth and shiny. Why? Other rocks are very coarse, rough, but at the entrance, the upper rock was very smooth. It is because lots of bats inside the rocks goes out and come in constantly. So the wings of the bat touches the rocks. Not thousands of times, probably million times for many years. So the rocks became very polished. My practice should go in that way. I need perseverance. He came back to the cave and decided his mind. I needed to practice 3 more years. So, after 3 more years, sadly, nothing happened. And he was about to leave one more time. At the entrance, so he intentionally did not look the upper rock. He looked at the bottom of the cave when he was about to leave. But do you know what he discovered? There is a very deep depression at the entrance of rock. Why? When it rains, from the rock, there drops the trickling water. The trickling water dropped on the same spot constantly. So, then made a hole. So he encouraged himself, I should practice in that way. He went back to the cave again. Eventually, he attained great enlightenment and finally could meet the Bodhisattva of Maitreya. In Chinese, it's called the Mirak Maitreya Bodhisattva. And from that Bodhisattva, he received and learned 8 songs, 8 verses. And then, based on that, he wrote 2 commentary books on the Diamond Sutra and a couple of other books. That is the foundation, philosophical foundation of the mind-only school. He's one of the greatest. When you read the principal book of Won Buddhism, one of the passages you encounter very frequently is just like this one, for a long time. After lengthy practice, through continuous practice, and so on. There is no special skill, no secret. We are doing something repeatedly until we accomplish the goal. Especially we remind this Chinese character song, or you can recall the story of Master Asanga when you feels like giving up in midway. You may heard it is Thomas Edison who invented the electric bulb. Think about that. Without electric bulb, how could we live? Illuminate our rooms. How many times he experimented that electric bulb? He constantly changed the material for filament, changed the gas inside the bulb. What could be the best combination? Pat, how many times do you think Edison, experimented? 6,000 times. He retaliated to that 6,000 times. But he didn't think 5,900 times is not a failure. It is just a process to achieve something. When I became one Buddhist minister, at the time the head Dharma master was Master Tesa. And he gave this, there is some calligraphy, Moge Poran. Moge Poran means this one. Hands sitting on X, Moge Poran. And he asked the Jangsanim, Master Jangsanim, explain that to that guy. And the Jangsanim explained Moge Poran. Hands, Moge Poran literally means hands embracing X, sitting on X. Hands are very restless animal. It cannot stand still. But in order to incubate eggs, he sit on eggs for almost for 21 days. It's very, very hard just to sit. Think about that. You can sit on the meditation cushion for 21 hours in a row. When it's hungry or it's hard, then it goes out and pack the grains and he immediately comes back. And then continue to provide warmth to the eggs until the eggs completely hatches. Not that fast, not too slow, the middle path. That's a Chuksanim gave a Dharma talk. This past week, we have a 1-week retreat for our minister. Chuksanim also explained Moge Poran. I think, especially to me, this is a great Dharma message, because just like other people, one of the biggest obstacle to my practice is a rushing mind, hasting mind, become very impetuous. Probably you have heard the story. Buddha's teaching, the middle path, the first teaching. One day, one novice monk chanted some scripture almost all day long and night. The sound, the chanting, his chanting sounded very tired. And he seemed very exhausted. The next day, Buddha asked him to come to his room. And he asked to that novice monk, before you become monastic, I heard you played sitar, one of the string instrument. He said, yes, I did. Buddha asked, when the string is too taut, how does that sound? Well, the string will cut. It will sound cut short. But Buddha asked, when the string is too slack, how's the sound? Then the monk replied, it will make no sound if the string is very loose. Then Buddha asked, when it is properly tuned, what would become the sound? He said, the sound carries. The sound will be great. Buddha said, your practice should be exactly in that way. Not that extremely diligent, nor become lazy. You have to walk the middle path. One of the best analogy by the Buddha. So this pastor, 2 days ago, 축사님 explained 면면약종. This comes from Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu's teaching. Is there somebody who read Tao Te Ching? Tao Te Ching. Master Desan said, 면면약종 is the essence of Tao Te Ching. You do not have to read the Tao Te Ching. If you know what it means, it's just a reading and understand the essence of Tao Te Ching, essence of Taoism. 면면약종. 면면 means cotton string. 약종 means continuous, being continuous, not cut. I brought a string. Sometimes I saw my pants. Can you see this string? It's almost invisible from far. Master Desan said, shower, for example, in the summer, within 1 hour, we can have a very heavy rain shower. That's not good. For the crops, as well as for our practice, drizzle. It drizzles for a whole day. That's the path of our practice. Your practice of meditation or mindfulness, just like this string, 면면약종, it should be continuous. Dedication, by the definition of our founding master, ceaseless state of mind. So do not forget. Yeah. Okay. So that's the story. Are you familiar with the Japanese shogun Oda Nobunaga, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, Tokugawa Ieyasu? Probably you have heard of this great army general. Their personality is very different. Till 16th century, Japan was divided into many provinces, with each shogun governing their own territory. Oda Nobunaga started to unite all those provinces. It's completely accomplished by Tokugawa Ieyasu. If you ask the Japanese, who do you respect the most? 9 out of 10 Japanese say, I respect Tokugawa Ieyasu the most. So there is some, I'm not sure, some novelist created this story. They are in front of the cuckoo, big bird, and how can you make the cuckoo sing? Oda Nobunaga has a very impetuous and fiery personality. Oda Nobunaga said, he said to the cuckoo, if you don't sing, I will kill you. He pulled out his sword. That's Oda Nobunaga's personality. How would Toyotomi Hideyoshi deal with the cuckoo? He brought something delicious and some kind of a toy to please that cuckoo, in order to coax that cuckoo to sing. Do you know what Tokugawa Ieyasu did in front of the cuckoo? He did nothing at all. He just wait and wait until the cuckoo sing. It is eventually Tokugawa Ieyasu who united all those small kingdoms. In 80s, Khalil Gibran was a very popular poet in Korea. And I remember one of the passages in his poem, wait, wait, and wait. Another translation, wait, and wait completely. When you accomplish something, it's attaining great enlightenment or building Korea, whatever things, we need this kind of a mindset. We are able to wait. That's why 6 paramitra, perfection, it starts from dana paramita. Dana is a generosity. The last paramita is a prajna paramita, wisdom paramita. But one of the 6 paramita is a kanti paramita. Kanti is translated as a perseverance, endurance, and so on. He said, without kanti paramita, not any other paramita can be fulfilled. So our third head Dharma master said, the boxer, they are doing the same thing, practice the same thing. So that one become eventually so powerful. Master Desan said, cultivate your mind 100 times, 1,000 times, and 1,000,000 times. Cultivate your wisdom 100 times, 1,000 times, and 1,000,000 times. Persevere and carry out meritorious deeds 100 times and 1,000 times. Pat, would you read that, our founding master's verse?
The founding master said,
Yeah.
those who have made a great vow to the great way should not hope to accomplish it quickly. With quick steps, one cannot walk a long distance. With an impatient mind, one cannot achieve the great way. That tall tree is the result of a small shoot growing for many years without decaying. Buddhas and bodhisattvas are the result of accumulating merits over a long period of time without going back on their original vow.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Yu. Now let us recite the essential dharmas of daily practice, page 6, led by Andrew.
Essential dharmas of daily practice. 1. The mind is originally free from disturbance, but disturbances arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the equanimity of our true nature by letting go of disturbances. 2. The mind is originally free from delusion, but delusions arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the wisdom of our true nature by letting go of delusions. 3. The mind is originally free from wrongdoing, but wrongdoings arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the precepts of our true nature by letting go of wrongdoings. 4. Let us replace disbelief, greed, laziness, and ignorance with belief, zeal, questioning, and dedication. 5. Let us turn resentment into gratitude. 6. Let us turn dependency into self-reliance. 7. Let us turn reluctance to learn into willingness to learn well. 8. Let us turn reluctance to teach into willingness to teach well. 9. Let us turn lack of public spirit into eagerness to serve the good of all.
I have a few announcements. Starting next week, the Tai Chi workshops will be held every Thursday for 3 weeks. It will be a great opportunity to cultivate your physical energy. So those interested in participating can refer to the website or pick up a flyer in the foyer. And after this service, as we sit down, and let's pair up with 3 to 4 people on either side for a Dharma conversation for about 20 minutes. So let us explore today's Dharma talk topic, dedication, and sharing our thoughts, feelings, and personal experiences. And this will help us deepen our wisdom. So I will signal the end with a bell after 20 minutes, and at that point, you can naturally conclude your Dharma conversation and leave the Dharma hall. So the topic of our conversation will be dedication, and what is the reason I'm losing my dedication, and how can I address this? So those things will be shared with each other. So thank you to all of you present in the Dharma hall and our online Dharma friends for joining us today. This concludes our Sunday Dharma service.
You can form a